Marines and soldiers of the 1st Tank Brigade captured 8 Russian servicemen in the Kursk Oblast. The joint operation was conducted at night on November 20th and began with the bombing of Russian positions. It is reported that 3 Russian infantrymen were killed during the shelling of the positions. The paratroopers of the 51st Guards Airborne Regiment of the Russian Airborne Forces, which is part of the 106th Guards Airborne Division, were captured. Storm Z fighters were ordered not to take Ukrainian soldiers prisoner, arguing that there were no Ukrainians there, only foreign mercenaries. They were also advised to blow themselves up with a grenade when surrendering. Paratroopers of the 80th Brigade captured another 26 prisoners in one combat in the Kursk zone. 2 fighters from the Storm Z unit, former prisoners, share their story. After signing a contract and undergoing 10 days of training, they were sent into battle, but managed to surrender.
I eloquently tell everyone that everything in life will come to you, and all opportunities will open up. They will no longer treat you as some kind of a bad element of society, but as a normal one. Well, you see, in my foolishness I went and signed up. But before that I asked, I said, really, should I run? Fight? No. They said they'd find something for everyone to do. Like, what can you do? I said, well, I have many trades. I managed to acquire skills. So they said they would find something for me. But in reality, what actually happened? 9 days with a rifle in your teeth, 4 days in the forest, and then run and fight wherever they drop you, with chaos all around, not knowing how to escape. Once you're in, you're stuck for life, unless you're killed. So, it turned out that I'm here now. I'm an outcast of society, you could say. And they just drove us there, like to be torn apart. You know, like feed in time, something like that. Where were they? So they promised we'd have everything. There would be support and radio and everything. But we had none of that. We were like fools hiding in the forest burrows for 4 days, running under those explosions. And in the end, here I am, wounded. In captivity. And there's nothing at all. They didn't even pay us. It's ridiculous. We trained. Sometimes we went, sometimes we didn't. We practiced shooting at targets with a rifle. Charging. Recharging. Throwing grenades. And here, it's death. The guys are dying in droves. How many are left in the company? There were more than 100. And now, as far as I know, may there be at least 30 people in the company. Well, maybe there are some others injured like me. That's how it is. We came in just 2 or 3 days ago.
The Ukrainian 98th Battalion of the 60th Brigade repelled a Russian attack. Russians are starting to lack armored vehicles, so they used Neva vehicles instead. But if that's a good idea? As the war in Ukraine grinds on, Russian forces face a critical shortage of armored vehicles, forcing them to improvise with a hodgepodge of unprotected options. This includes everything from motorcycles and all-terrain vehicles to repurposed civilian cars. While these measures demonstrate adaptability, they also underscore a glaring vulnerability that has significantly contributed to Russia's staggering casualty rates. Modern warfare relies heavily on armored personnel carriers and infantry fighting vehicles to protect troops in combat zones. However, after months of intense fighting, sanctions, and logistical challenges, Russia's stockpile of these vehicles has dwindled. Reports suggest that many frontline units lack even basic armored protection, leaving soldiers to rely on vehicles not designed for battlefield conditions. In place of proper military transport, Russian troops have turned to motorcycles for mobility, ATVs for scouting missions, and civilian vehicles for troop transport. These makeshift solutions provide speed and maneuverability, but offer no protection against small arms fire, shrapnel, or landmines. Videos and photos from the battlefield show these vehicles being destroyed with alarming ease by Ukrainian forces equipped with drones, anti-tank weapons, and artillery. The reliance on unarmored vehicles has translated directly into high fatality figures. Without the protective steel plating of APCs, Russian soldiers are highly exposed to even the most basic attacks. Mines, Ambushes and drone strikes often result in catastrophic losses when troops are traveling in unarmored convoys. This lack of protection not only undermines morale, but also depletes Russia's fighting force at a faster rate than anticipated. The 14th Separate Regiment destroyed a Russian Buk M2 air defense system in Donetsk Oblast using a Switchblade 600 kamikaze drone. A Switchblade drone is a compact, portable kamikaze drone designed for precision strikes. It's launched from a tube and can hover over targets before diving in for an explosive impact. Used by military forces, it's effective against vehicles, troops, and fortified positions, providing high accuracy with minimal collateral damage. Belarusian official media claims that the West is preparing the opposition, nationalists and mercenaries, for an attack on Belarus. The West is allegedly preparing to attack 4 territories in the southwest of the country. The Belarusian opposition, under the supervision of the West, plans to attack 4 territories in the southwest of the country. This was reported by the Belarusian state channel ONT, according to which armed groups from Poland, Lithuania, and Ukraine were going to be involved. The active phase, at the signal, at one moment the border is crossed by fighters of the BDK, Belarusian Volunteer Corps, participating in the conflict in Ukraine on the side of the armed forces of Ukraine, other formations and banners from Poland and Lithuania. RIA Novosti quotes the report as saying, "It is reported that 4 territories have already been identified for capture. At the junction of the borders of Belarus, Poland, and Ukraine, this is the Kobrin district and the direction of Polesia. According to the Western plan, armed formations of local nationalists should attack first, then foreign mercenaries and NATO forces." British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has publicly called on Putin to get out of Ukraine during the G20 summit in Brazil.
We will work with partners across the G20, but one nation stands apart. For the 3rd year running, Putin did not attend this summit. He is the author of his own exile. And on day 1000 of Russia's illegal war in Ukraine, I say again, end the war, get out of Ukraine.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.